Today I want to talk about something that a lot of people have brought to my attention because you guys have been asking me questions like, how do I become a full-time dancer? How do I become a professional? How do I pursue it as a career? And I just want to say there's some things you got to know before you even consider taking it full-time and seriously and putting your time and energy into it. So, the first thing I want to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is the competition is fierce. There is a lot of people dancing now. Even casual dancers are like being mixed matched with professional dancers due to TikTok and just like TikTok being the majority of the market now because everything is based on dance trends. And, that's the attention that everyone's kind of paying attention to right now. TikTok has a stronghold and actually changed the market on everything, right? Mostly on like dancing because a lot of musicians now, especially like in the rap music industry, they base a lot of their music based on, okay, let me hire this TikTok person, this, and then let's make a trend and then we promote it. And instead of hiring like professional dancers to orchestrate choreography, you'll see like a lot of the bigger artists trying to go viral on TikTok with and they'll pay you less than that. But we're gonna get to that in a second. We'll get to that in a second as well. But just be mindful that if you are on TikTok, you know how many people are dancing on TikTok. So if you really want to be a professional dancer and pursue it full time, that is not the only avenue you can use to be a professional dancer, but it is one of the ways for you to capitalize when it comes to like trying to make it a full-time income as well. Is you got to be, on TikTok and competing with those people too, even if they are casual and not as skilled as you. If they have, a following and have, the ability to make moves and have motion on that platform, best believe you're going to be going toe to toe with that person too, even though your values are different. The second thing I want to talk about, which is what I hinted at a few times, is it is very difficult to make dancing a full time career and make decent money out of it. And when I say like decent money out of it, I'm talking about a lot of dancers, they dance and they would like to pursue it as a profession, but it doesn't pay enough. So there's still dancers who are sick. They're dope. There's a lot of b-boys who are dope as hell. There's a lot of hip hop dancers, ballet dancers. They're just doing gigs, and it's not very consistent. Even some dance teachers, like they have to work multiple jobs on top of them being a dance teacher or after school dance teacher. Because when I was a dance teacher at the time, it wasn't enough for me to like go and buy my own apartment. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was making a good like amount of money, it's still very hard to be make it like full time. And you also got to think about the lifespan of it too. Like you're not going to want to be 60, 70, 80 years old and doing, you're not going to move the same. So it's going to be very hard for you to capitalize on dancing, and people are going to recognize that too. Like the market's going to be like, he's getting a little old, you got to get somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Unless you are like a stage director, something that's like not really movement based and too physically demanding, then you have a spot in that. But that comes with building relationships and knowing who to talk to too. It's very like being in the right place in the right time kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I want to talk about, the third thing I want to talk about is you should have a social media presence. It makes everything 1,000 times easier. If you have a social media presence, like say if you're someone like me, right, you will get a lot of people that try to hit you up to be like, okay, do you want to dance to my song? Okay, here's how much I charge, blah, 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 boom. So, boom, you get promo money. And then you can make dance tutorials online like me and make a significant amount on there based on how many people are watching your videos. And you can also teach dance at the same time. You can perform at gigs, and you don't have to just go from audition to audition. You can actually create your own kind of revenue through like online spaces like TikTok and YouTube and what I'm saying, offering dance classes, privates online. A lot of people do that now, and that's a really good avenue to get into, right? The thing about gigs, I love gigs, but it's very hard. A gig is a gig, right? So you got to remember it's not consistent unless you're like a high profile, everybody wants you and you're a specialty type of dancer, then and you're working like on a Broadway show where it's like reoccurring like a TV show, then it's like sustainable income. And it's more doable for you to, you know what I'm saying, make a career out of. But if you're doing like, okay, I'm going on backstage and I'm doing gig after gig and I have to go to those auditions, every audition is a chance. They might not take you one day, they may take you one day. You might get three no's and rent is due tomorrow or the month after, and you're like, damn, I gotta get this gig. You know what I'm saying? You're waiting for that big gig, and then you get the gig, and then they don't pay you until 60 days later. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of that too. The contracts are like, you got to wait a long time before you actually see the gig money, which is very annoying too. So yeah, having a social media presence, you get to have a little wiggle room when it comes to like controlling your financial situation, because your following is your income in a way, and if you're able to transform that into like your own kind of money and opportunities, you're gold. You know what I'm saying? That you can use that as leverage. Okay, so the next thing, right, which is like a really funny topic because I kind of spoke about it in one of my other videos, is you have to have some sort of wide appeal now. And what do I mean by that? A wide appeal basically means like you can't be only a professional dancer and only cater to like professional dance audience, right? So if you're making a dance or anything, right, like say in the TikTok age, right, which we are in now, and an artist comes up to you and be like, hey, I need you to make a dance challenge to my song. You send them a video and you make your typical 8-16 count, and they like, yo, this is too hard, bro. I can't do this. So this is where that wide appeal comes in. You got to be able to dumb down your choreography. And you're like, hold on. Why do I have to dumb down? And I spent 10 years learning how to do the craziest moves, backflips, this, boom, bop, boom, making cool dance moves, right? Flashy stuff. A lot of people can't do that. And where the market is right now, people are trying to do dances that everyone else that can do. So like the anyone, a grandmother, grandfather, auntie, baby can do it, and it's something that will go viral because it has a wide appeal. But if you're over here hearing boom, 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 blah, like they're gonna be like, okay, he or she is trying too hard. Like, yeah, I'm not doing that dance challenge. And then boom, you get a one-time promo. They pay you for your promo, and you know what I'm saying. Or you could just get frustrated because I have a lot of those too, where it's like, oh, this dance is too hard. I need you to make it a little simpler. And then I'll send it again, and then you'd be like, okay, change this move up. It just gets really annoying because it's like you ask for a dancer. If you want somebody to make like something that is simple, hire someone that doesn't have much expertise in dance. It's really hard for us to always work at a professional level and like always like me. I'm like a break dance popping kind of mixture of a dancer. So I do a lot of tricks and things of that nature. And when people ask you to do like dance challenges, I'll be like, I'm usually like weird about it because it's like I know how they're gonna be and be like, okay, make the dance simple. I send them like three drafts and they're not as satisfied, and I end up being like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore because it's taking too much of my time. Right? That's not being me being boozy. It's just knowing that what's right for me and what's not right for me, and those type of things. Like sometimes I have the patience, sometimes I don't. I just know what comes with it. So you gotta have that wide appeal to be able to take your professional skills and bring it down to a level where everybody can do the dance that you're creating, right? The last thing I want to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is out of all industries, we are the most underpaid. And if you notice, please put in the comments why you think that is. Like, day by day, I always wonder, like, why do, like, I know the reason why, and I'm going to get into that in a second, but I just, like, why in 2023 are we still getting asked by people, can you dance to this song and that song for $100? Can you perform here, come to rehearsal, not paid for $100? $100? Are you kidding me? That's crazy. You're fucking. I'm not doing that for $100. No, right? That's why I've stayed away from like the gig space, because I've gotten a lot of those and it kind of just left a really bad taste in my mouth. It made me hate dance for a while, along with like trying to do TV shows and them trying to do things based on ratings and not actual skills. Maybe that's just me talking too much, but I have a whole story time on when I auditioned for a particular TV show. It's somewhere on this channel. I'll link it next in the video, and how they humiliated me just to like make like a script or something like that. Luckily, that never got aired. So Anyway, moving on, right? We are the most underpaid and we're breaking our bodies like any other athlete to make these performances come to life, make these choreographies, make these rehearsals, and just to train and maintain ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It is not a career that is long lived in the physical sense. If you're teaching, you can stretch your career by a long haul. And then if you go into like directing and being a stage director or agent, like something like that, there's many avenues you can jump into, but it's also not easy as well. So yeah, just consider those things. I still chose to pursue dance as a career. As you can see, I'm a dance content creator, so I'm not your typical, go to gigs kind of dancer. Um, there's nothing wrong with that. I just chose to do it like the YouTube content creator space kind of way because it allowed me to do my dance my way. And I'm ultimately happy with that decision. I didn't have to go to auditions and sweat my balls off just to find out that I wasn't good enough or, what I'm saying, or I didn't fit the role because of my hair color or my face tattoos or just the way that I look or I didn't meet the height requirement. Like I wish they had these postings where they just be like, "We're looking for this type of person for this agency. Don't waste your time." Because they don't do that. They let you audition, they let you go all the way through. And sometimes it is not your skills, it is just they're not looking for your type right now, right? And you have to stomach that too. Me, I kind of had enough and I was like, yeah, I'm done. I tried the agency thing plenty of times and it just got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm good off that. Let me just create my own platform and now people reach out to me from time to time and I'm able to make a living out of it. So I'm really happy with that. And yeah, if you are considering being a professional dancer, let me know in the comments. What inspired you? You know what I'm saying? What make, yeah. Yeah. And all I got to say is good luck. It's a journey. You will have a lot of fun and you will hear a lot of no's. But when you hear that yes, you're going to be very happy. So it is worthwhile. And I say pursue it if your heart beats for it. You know what I'm saying? Ah, yeah, yeah, okay.